This is the Weather Extreme video. This is for Wednesday, the 6th of January. My name is James Spann, and we're going to talk about extreme weather here. And the cold, I still think, is the big story, but everybody wants to know about snow tomorrow. We think it will snow. The question is how much, when. Let's see if we can answer all your questions. And let's get right to it. Look at some of the shots around the Skycam network early this morning. First off, from downtown Birmingham, looking right down 20th Street. Once again, we're looking at mid-teens. Like yesterday, there's the Gadsden Skycam overlooking the lights of the city there at the insane hour of 5 o'clock. And, you know, I would love to be up there. That's Mount Cheahaw. That's Cheahaw State Park. The Skycam is on top of the restaurant there. And just something about being up there in a cabin with this kind of cold and maybe some snow just sounds good to me. And sure, a lot of folks are up there, and the weather can be pretty extreme on that big ridge up there. The elevation at the peak is 2,407 feet. All right, there's the big story, and you can see our new storm coming into the northern states, that shortwave diving down from Canada, and that's the one that will bring the chance of snow tomorrow and also deliver some brutally cold air for Friday and the weekend. The surface chart shows a surface low in advance of that big old 1,049 millibar high that shows up at the top of the screen. But around here, we'll enjoy another sunny day today. Not quite as cold this afternoon. We are talking upper 30s. And again, you can see the new surge of Arctic air building behind that storm. I see a minus 42 up over the northern part of Saskatchewan. And that air will be felt for sure Friday, Saturday, and Sunday down here. And by golly, it's cold enough right now. Look at that. Haleyville, 9 degrees at 5 o'clock, with mid-teens for most of the other spots. Birmingham, the airport there at 17. Here's your watch warning map. You can see winter weather advisories covering much of the nation from Monroe County, Mississippi, Aberdeen, Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, all the way up to the Canadian border. And winter storm warnings are involved with that as well for parts of Iowa and Missouri, where those folks just can't catch a break this winter. And I think it's likely the Weather Service in Huntsville and Birmingham will post one of those winter weather advisories here for tomorrow. We think the snow will be light enough where it doesn't really prompt a winter storm watch. There's the overall precipitation for the next 5 days around the nation. And again, that's suggesting light amounts here, which is what we are forecasting for tomorrow. And just to get right to it, that's what we threw up here yesterday morning, and by golly, we're not going to change that. I just see no reason to change the forecast. I think that's right on target. The better chance of getting an inch or two will be from Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, and Anniston south. The southern extent depends on the depth of the cold air. Well, you can see we've got the southern edge from near Demopolis and Providence over to just north of Selma, Prattville, Wetumpka, and just north of Auburn. And then below that, you could see some snow, no doubt, at Montgomery. A lot of Montgomery folks watch this. You're right on the fence there. You might pick up an inch or two of snow or just a cold rain. You are right on the border, we'll say a wintry mix. And then up in the northern part of the state, north of Birmingham, the moisture's lacking up there. So that's why we've got a dusting to 1 inch for Cullman and Huntsville and Gadsden. And there could be a little higher amounts up on the ridges like Lookout Mountain and Sand Mountain up there. But I just think that forecast looks good. We just don't need to change it. Look at modeling here. The GFS, the 06Z run at noon today. There's your storm up north. Energy diving down. Then tomorrow, the energy rotates through Missouri and Illinois, just north of us. The better forcing will be up there. And there's your surface chart. And you can see this is at noon tomorrow on the GFS. It jives up very nicely with our thinking. The deeper moisture down south. The freeze line at 850 millibars, or about 5,000 feet. That's just north of Montgomery. And there should be a little sweet spot down there where you'll get that 1 to 2 inches. And 6 o'clock Thursday evening, same deal, deeper moisture down to the south. The snow should be ending over the northwest. And really, I think the main window for this will be 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So it's going to be a daytime event. And again, this is no major winter storm, just a light type snow. But remember, the infrastructure of the highways, it's cold. So if we do get an inch or two, that will create some slick spots and some driving issues, and that will be late Thursday afternoon, Thursday night to Friday morning. Now, during the day Friday, a lot of that's going to evaporate and the roads will improve, and I think by Friday night, most travel should be just fine. But just be aware of that. This is not a power outage kind of thing. This is snow, not ice. Freezing rain and ice, that's what does power outages. This is just snow, and light snow for that, and should not affect the airport. Schools, that's not our business. We'll hear from those folks probably tonight on what they're going to do for tomorrow and Friday. And there's Friday, and here comes the cold. Big 1,044 Arctic high. It's going to be windy, wind chill values in the single digits, highs only in the 20s. A very blustery day. And then Saturday, here comes that next vortex coming down through Texarkana. And that's going to pull down even colder air. There's the surface chart. The cold air, of course, is deeper and still breezy Saturday. Again, that looks like a day with wind chill values in the single digits, highs in the 20s. Saturday morning, we've got 9 in our forecast if we have snow cover. We might bump that down a degree or 2. If no snow cover, we might bump it up a degree or 2. We think we'll have a little bit. And then Sunday morning, that might be our coldest morning. You know, the more we look at it, the winds will be lighter. And that might be the morning where we do 8 or 7. And of course, the colder spots could get down to 0 to 5. We all know that. But whatever, very cold this weekend. And then Monday of next week, the moderation begins. We get back up in the 40s. There's a look at Tuesday. That looks dry. Latest run here shows dry weather for Wednesday. There's been some hint of maybe a little bit of light rain, but it's gone on this run. A couple of days later, that's the next major storm, January 15th. Good consistency out here. And that is suggesting a pretty decent trough there to the west and a big, on this look, rain event with a big snow possible for Little Rock and maybe Memphis. And we have to watch that now. Understand this, all the models skew toward climatology. They don't understand the strongly negative AO. In fact, look, there's the Arctic Oscillation. It's still negative, almost off the chart down there at mid-month. So we'll have to watch that mid-month storm. And then the end of the forecast on the 21st, the flow is zonal. That's going to cut off the Arctic air for us if that happens to be correct. But we all know that's out there in voodoo country. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes on the blog. If you're watching this on YouTube or iTunes, the weather blog is alabamawx.com. Have frequent updates throughout the day. Today, have a live chat over there. The next video scheduled for later today by 3:30. And if you're local to us, we, of course, invite you to watch us on TV this evening, ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.
Each day, there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.